G'day everyone. My last power steering video didn't go to plan, so this one will. I know there's still a lot of guys out there that are interested in knowing about Astra pumps, getting installed in these, and also power steering, putting power steering in your Kingswood. So I'm just going to go through and explain some of the benefits of going with power steering and just the basic overall of installing an Astra pump, as it's not that difficult. There's just some small safety things you got to look out for, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll come over here, have a quick look, and I'll try and explain this as best I can, and hopefully it'll help you out. Alright, so I've got my ute currently up on the hoist here. I'm just going to go through how I've plumbed up the box. So I actually have a hydraulic line from the high pressure side and then a hard line for the low pressure side. And I have it running all the way down the chassis here, through there and up to here. So originally I ran hard line on the high pressure side and low pressure side, and I found out the hard line is only rated for like 100 psi, 200 psi something, and all power steering generally sees over 1000 psi when you hit full lock. So that's something that you need to take into consideration, especially for me having that mounted there. If I ever had a line failure, it's literally going to go under the back wheel and it would literally just send this thing straight to a wall on the drag strip. So I've gone super mega with this. I've got a hydraulic line made up, so I don't need to worry about that ever happening, because I do not want to drive this thing with that on the back of my mind. Low pressure side, I've just used Aeroflow. It's aluminium hardline. It's black anodized. It's only anodized on the outside. It's not anodized internally, so there's no need to worry about anodized flaking off or anything like that. The wiring, I've just got 4-gauge wire to power the box, and I've just grounded it on the chassis. And there are 3 wires on the Astra pumps, and the 2 wires that you need to use, there's a black one, and then it looks like it's a blue wire, the blue-white wire. And how I've wired mine up is these pretty much just need to see 12 volt and the pump will turn on. And there's 2 different ways you can wire it. You can wire it just so both of these will go to 12 volt and the pump will turn on, but the pump winds up really slow. Or you can put the black to 12 volt first, say the ignition switch, and then have this blue wire on a button, because once this wire gets power after the black wire, it just jump starts it straight away, which I'll show you that in a second. And say for example, if you were going from manual steering to power steering in a Kingswood, you change the box, this arm, that knuckle. That's pretty much the 3 things that you'd change there to get the power steering in your Kingswood from a manual steering. And then the steering arms. So I've currently got Trana steering arms on this, but you need to make sure you got the short steering arms, only because it'll affect your turning circle. The longer arms in this box doesn't have as much the travel. So the travel of the power steering isn't as much as a manual box. So if you don't get the shorter steering arms, then you'll essentially won't be able to get full lock and your turning circle will be pretty much crap. And this is the wiring I was talking about. So essentially I've got the button pushed in there, and you'll see that the pump winds up slow. That's when you've got both them wires going to a power source. That's just how they wind up, they're quite slow. If you wire it so the black wire goes to power first, and then that white-blue wire gets power afterwards, it just pretty much pumps itself right up straight away, so you don't have to wait. And steering, I'm going to show you. So from the center here, you go 1 turn, that's full lock. Other way, wheels are straight, that's full lock. So if this is manual steering, you have to turn the wheel twice as much. So say if you were going from dead straight to full lock right, you'd have to turn the wheel twice. So that's a good benefit of going with power steering. Makes steering much easier. So I've got a super mega hydraulic line here, and yeah, just the aeroflow hard line, which I've ran with like a little hose there for the low pressure side. And I'll just show you how I've done the pump in MCFRY, because I've just got it mounted on the inner guard. There's plenty of neater ways to mount these. I've seen a lot of guys mount them under the inner guard, which looks a lot neater, but I never worried with looks anymore on this, so I just chucked it there. And I use Speedflow 200 series Teflon hose for this. And the fittings, so the HQ to adapt, get a 6AN fitting on the power steering box. The WB pumps, they're metric, so the earlier boxes were imperial, so there could be possibly 2 different fittings needed, depends on the box you have. I'll just put them down here, right there, the sizes, and that's pretty much all I have to say here. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. This is the second one I had to make. First video I made a mistake in it. I had the hard line running to the high pressure side of the box, and the hard line's only rated for 200 psi, so just a simple mistake. It happens time to time. I also forgot to put a fuse in the power steering pump in the ute. That's just another brain fart thing, it just happens. So 60, 80 amp fuse, somewhere around there. I've run a 60 amp fuse in MCFRY, I've never blown it, so I'll probably just run maybe 80 amp in the ute, just be on the safe side. Yeah, had a local guy come over on the weekend and make the hydraulic line up for me, so he helped me out a lot there, getting that done, so I don't need to worry about any more line failures or anything like that. So, you know, if you see me making a mistake, just know I'm not doing it on purpose. It just happens, people forget things. Just let me know. Don't abuse me in the comments for it. Just let me know and I'll correct it. So that's all, and hope this video helps somebody out, because there's pretty much everything I know on power steering, and I've put it on 2 cars now, and yeah, the power steering conversion in the Kingswoods is great, especially on the burnout pad. Just driving in general, it's a lot easier to drive, and to me it's a no-brainer. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring you another video soon.